So this is a big day, a beautiful day, potentially one of the great days ever in civilization.
I support your plan to end the war in Gaza, which achieves our war aims.
Together at the White House, Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu delivered a 20-point plan promising a way to bring peace to Gaza.
Thank you very much, everybody. I want to thank the leaders of many Arab and Muslim nations for their tremendous support in developing the proposal, along with many of our allies in Europe.
I think this can be not only a new beginning for Gaza, I think it can be a new beginning for the entire region.
The plan demands that Hamas release Israeli hostages in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners and detainees.
If accepted by Hamas, this proposal calls for the release of all remaining hostages immediately, but in no case more than 72 hours. And it means the immediate end to the war itself, not just Gaza. It's the war itself.
Prime Minister Netanyahu vowed to go it alone if Hamas doesn't agree.
But if Hamas rejects your plan, Mr. President, or if they supposedly accept it and then basically do everything to counter it, then Israel will finish the job by itself. This can be done the easy way, or it can be done the hard way, but it will be done.
Well, when Netanyahu says finish the job, he means defeat Hamas. But does he mean also the sort of physical demolition of Gaza, which is what he's been threatening?
Under the Trump proposal, there'd be a staged withdrawal by Israel from Gaza. Hamas members who disarm would be offered an amnesty and would have to agree to give up any role in governing the territory.
Now, it wouldn't be the total victory that Prime Minister Netanyahu had promoted, that he was pursuing, and there would be things Israel would have to give up: no annexation, no occupation, even maintaining the possibility of a Palestinian state. But it would be a defeat for Hamas, and that's appropriate.
Britain and France have backed the plan, with crucial support coming from Arab nations.
You have 8 Arab and Islamic foreign ministers backing this. And these aren't just Israel's sort of peace partners or traditional allies like the UAE and Jordan and Egypt, but it's some unusual countries like Qatar and Pakistan and Turkey.
From his stopover in the UAE, our Prime Minister urged Hamas to accept the plan.
Australia affirms the plan's commitment to denying Hamas any role in the future governance of Gaza, calls on Hamas to agree to the plan, lay down its arms and release all remaining hostages.
Earlier this year, President Trump caused outrage with his talk of turning Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East, accompanied by an AI-generated impression.
Trump Gaza, #1.
The current plan places Donald Trump at the head of a so-called Board of Peace, which would oversee a temporary Palestinian governing body. Former British Prime Minister Tony Blair, who's reported to be a key player in developing the plan, would also sit on the board. Palestinian politician Mustafa Barghouti has questioned Tony Blair's credibility.
We've struggled for 100 years to be independent and to get our sovereignty and our right to rule ourselves. Now they want to bring somebody who reminds us with British colonialism long time ago. That is totally unacceptable, especially that the reputation of Mr. Blair is absolutely horrifying. I mean, given his history in Iraq and his participation in the destruction of Iraq.
A proposed Trump development plan would rebuild Gaza.
He's saying this is my Trump plan, and this is part of Trump Incorporated. He's got commercial interests there. The Gulf countries are interested in investing. And as we know, Trump is all about Nobels and oil wells. And he's looking at both with this plan.
But what of the Palestinian people? Under the plan, Palestinians could remain in Gaza and the Palestinian Authority could take control of Gaza after meeting certain conditions on reform.
The Palestinian Authority is a tricky one because it's left vague in the plan. Netanyahu's sort of mantra has been no Hamas, no Abbas, meaning Mahmoud Abbas, the leader of the Palestinian Authority. So the plan says that if there's Palestinian Authority reform, then they will be able to take part in the plan. Reform is kind of nebulous, and if it's performance-based rather than time-based, then that can be delayed and delayed and delayed indefinitely. On the other hand, the Palestinians and the Arab states are saying, we'll agree to this only if we have Palestinian Authority on the ground taking control.
While the authority has welcomed the plan, it wasn't involved in negotiations.
When you negotiate, you take and give, and you include all parties in the negotiations to reach an agreement. In this case, it was unfortunately the Palestinian side, not just Hamas, by the way. All Palestinians were excluded from the discussion. Absolutely all. And that is unacceptable.
Now the world waits for Hamas to respond.
We don't know yet whether Hamas will accept this deal. I think there is a reasonable chance to expect Hamas will say something like yes, but, and try to get some changes to the plan. But there's a lot of pressure. Even the Palestinian Authority is now behind this plan. So Hamas would really be out on an island by itself if it says no.